Hi everybody, it's Claire from Girvan Library here, and today we're going to celebrate National Poetry Day. And we're going to celebrate National Poetry Day by taking a look at a book from one of my favourite poets, Edwin Morgan, and this is New Selected Poems. There is a longer author spotlight video on Edwin Morgan on the library page if you want to hear more about him, but today we're just going to have a look at this book and in particular the Glasgow sonnets. Now, it's National Poetry Day. Edwin Morgan was the national poet for a while. He was a Scottish experimental, investigative, just a fabulous poet. He did loads of different types of poetry. In here you have the instamatic poetry, you've got concrete poetry, you've got some of his gorgeous love poetry, but you also have the Glasgow sonnets, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, when you hear the word sonnet, you probably think Shakespeare, you probably think flowery, romantic, love poetry, but these are not like that. The Glasgow sonnets take the traditional sonnet format and turn it on its head and look at the deprivation and poverty in inner city Glasgow. So you have a very traditional poetic structure, traditionally used for love poetry, the iambic pentameter, which basically just means a stressed syllable then an unstressed syllable. So you just get that flow, the kind of da-dum, 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 da-dum. That's iambic pentameter, that's all it means. And he takes that strict structure and applies it to the poverty in Glasgow. It's witness poetry. It's bearing witness to the reality of life in these situations. So Shakespeare used iambic pentameter in plays as well. He didn't just use it in the sonnets because it is so good when you hear it. It works really well as an oral tradition. And a lot of poetry should be said aloud to get the kind of full impact. So if you're ever not sure if you like a poem, try saying it aloud and it'll be completely different to just reading it on the page. So Edwin Morgan takes this strict structure and he uses it to shine a light on the poverty, on the desolation. So you'll have Shakespeare saying, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate," flowery, romantic, iambic pentameter. And then you'll have Edwin Morgan talking about bric-a-brac and trash and mattresses and stray dogs and violence. It just slaps you in the face, this poetry, the Glasgow sonnets, in the most brilliant way. And there is beauty in this poetry. There is as much beauty in Edwin Morgan's sonnets as there is in Shakespeare's. It's just completely different. So if you want to try a little bit of poetry and you'd like a poetic slap in the face, then you can try Edwin Morgan New Selected Poems. Or you can go into the libraries and have a look to see what else there is. There is loads throughout the libraries. So have a lovely National Poetry Day. Bye for now.